Hi friends, good morning. Welcome in. We are currently sorting my full cart at the Goodwill bins. I had such good luck on this particular day, and it's so interesting because I just so happened to have decided to bring my Insta360 camera with me, so I have some fun little shots of me sorting my cart here. I did end up picking up this tank top, as well as this pair of men's cool pants. I believe these are the Renegade pant, and they are in excellent condition. Now, I did mention I had really great luck at the bins this day, and it was kind of overwhelming, but in a good way. Looking back at this clip, I should have totally picked this top up for myself. I love this color, but it was an Express Sleep brand shirt, so it was part of their sleep line, so I did pass on it. I also passed on this Current Air top. It was supposed to be more of a micro pleated style, and the bottom had just lost all of that pleating, so I did leave that behind as well. I did pick up this vintage beaded gown, so you will see that later on in the video. And by the look on my face here, I found quite a few things in the row they had just brought out. So much so, in fact, that I filled up my Hulk in one row, which is very unusual. I do end up getting that jacket I just threw in my cart. It turns out it's a very lovely linen reversible jacket. For the life of me, I don't know what brand it is, can't find any tags, but it's like a marled gray with a black contrast side, and I am absolutely keeping that for myself. I'll have to show you that when I pack my bags to go visit my family, because I'm definitely going to be bringing that with me. And I'm just going to empty my Hulk-in really quickly into my cart because they are bringing out yet another clothing row. I spent $155 at the bins and purchased 69 pounds of clothing. This on the rolling rack is what I would consider the most exciting pieces that I found. I do have still this bin full of stuff and then a bin downstairs of stuff from this same haul, but I did put the most exciting things on the rolling rack so I could share them with you. And I guess we're gonna just jump right in because this is gonna take a minute. So, first thing, this is a new to me brand. This is a Johanna Ortiz belt. This, I think, is like the woven dance belt or something like that. Now, I picked it up based on the style. I really liked how it looked. When I felt it, I was like, oh dang, this isn't going to be good. And then when I saw this, the tag, the brand and everything, ooh, can we focus on that? There we go. When I saw this, I was like, wait a minute, this actually might be something. And to my surprise, actually to my shock, this belt retailed for something like $800. Now, do I think I'm gonna get $800 for it? No, I don't. But I think it's really cute, and I think it'd be really cute, like, you know, high waist belt. It doesn't fit me. It's, I don't know what size it is. Medium. Does not fit me. Wait, I guess it would. Hold on. It's really cute though, and I think it gives very like Free People festival boho. Oh, it does fit me. Okay, all of those things vibes. Super super cute. I'd probably cut that off just so it didn't peek out like that if it was mine. Really cute little belt. I did list this for a pretty penny just because I'm so unfamiliar with this brand. So we shall see. Likely I will take the first reasonable offer that comes in on it. Really cute. Great way to start. Next, we have another accessory. This was thrown back. Looked like perhaps it was from the day before. This is a Brahmin bag, and I really like this like iridescent pearl camo-ish vibes that it has going on. I do like the shape of this bag as well. I would say it's a nice shoulder bag or crossbody bag. Now, it does have right here, yeah, if it will focus, there we go. A flaw to the strap, but other than that, it's in pretty good shape. Oh, I forgot, as I was saying those words out of my mouth, it does have some pretty heavy stains to the interior, basically like right here along the highest touch points, a lot of pen stains and just some dirt in general. So you can see the pen stains there, and then they are on the other side there, a lot worse actually, but thank goodness they're on the interior and it's not like a sticky, nasty, dirty mess or something. It's just pen stains. So we'll see how this does. Brahmin bag. I don't know what the style name of this is, but it's cute. Oh, I don't think I even showed you Brahmin down there. Hello? There we go. Cute. Okay. Next, one of these. I found so many of these, and a few of them are actually in the washer right now because I did decide I was going to list them now. At first I was like, okay, I'll wash them and put them in my winter back stock, but I did go ahead and start listing them now. This is a Ralph Lauren ribbed turtleneck sweater in a really nice like metallic, I don't know if it's gonna come up. It's a metallic-y flecked fabric. And if I didn't say already, it's Ralph Lauren. This is a size large. I believe all of the turtlenecks I found like this are a size large. I think I found 4 of them. And I think 2 of them are in the wash. The 2 that are in the wash are black, but this, and I have 1 more on the rolling rack. Ralph Lauren, it does have a little. Ooh. I don't know why I'm doing that. Oh, it's because my camera's flipped. I keep thinking the camera's over there, but it's over here. I'm like, why is it not? Okay, there we go. Ralph Lauren. Next. This is cute. And these do well on Depop. This brand in particular, I think, just has a nice following on Depop. Spencer Alexis, don't worry. I will learn that the camera angle is over there and just a few more items probably. This is a nice little like cover up, coquette, boho, artsy, lag look, maybe even all of the things. Very artsy, I would say. It does have 1 little frog closure button here. Ooh, that's gonna... Should I just flip, y'all? Let's see. Let's see what happens if I do that, because I'm gonna keep on. Okay, hold on. Is that better? Okay, I think that's better. There we go. Okay, Spencer Alexis. This is a size petite extra large. There is the tag if I didn't show you well enough. I really like that the sleeves are sheer. The back is kind of plain. Like I said, I think this will do well on Depop, and I'd expect it to go for $25 to $28, but I probably will list it at like $32. Speaking of listing it, I do believe all of this is listed already. So if you are interested in anything, all of these things should be listed. Hopefully by the time I get this video up, the last few things on here will be listed as well. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is like a redemption arc for me a little bit. This is now, it's not their standard typical what you would expect from this brand, but I will absolutely take it. This is a Christy Dawn dress. It is a black, very witchy core, whimsy goth, very fall-esque, which is very exciting. Maxi dress, very plain, but I still think it will do really well. If you are new here, I have shared in the past that the very first time I found Christy Dawn, it was before I was on YouTube, so it was quite a long time ago now, probably like 6 or 7 years ago. I found a Christy Dawn maxi dress that was floral at the bins, and on my way home from the bins, I sold it to Plato's Closet, trying to make back some of the money I had spent at the bins. Needless to say, I did not know the brand. It was a new to me brand, and for some reason, it just didn't strike me as something that was pricey, and so I just gave it to Plato's Closet without looking it up. And then like a few weeks later, learned about the brand and was very upset with myself. Anyway, all that to say, we have our second ever Christy Dawn piece. There is the tag right there. Now, she does have a hole right here. I would say it's because of the tag, but that's okay. I was not leaving it behind because of that. It is a size small, Christy Dawn, so we'll see how that does. Next, I got a lot of vintage and a lot of things that were new with tags on this trip, so that was very surprising to me. It was like the bins that were coming out, they were either store pulls, which had some really great things in it because Goodwill prices things astronomically, especially if they have tags on them, or they looked like they were raw donations and you can tell they were from the same person. Like all of those Ralph Lauren turtlenecks that I got, I would say they came from the same person. And as you'll see in a minute, there's a few other pieces that I would think came from the same person as well. Anyway, let me shut up. This is a We Wore What little corset peplum champagne dress, and this is new with tags. We Wore What. I think this would be really cute for like going out or a little brunch or something like that. Maybe even bachelorette, because it is kind of like, could be bridal vibes depending on how you dress it up. This is a size 8. Like I said, it's by We Wore What, and I think it had the retail on here. $158 new. Corset peplum mini dress, Duchess satin and ecru. So we'll see how that does. Next, this is cute. Okay, and this is the first of a ton of vintage rabbit hair sweaters that I found in the same bin, and I bought almost all of them. This is, I would call it unbranded because the brand is like worn away, but this is a lamb's wool, Angora, and nylon sweater. It does have a few small flaws. I would say this is the most damage of the sweaters I picked up. As you can see right there, a hole, and then there are a few holes scattered throughout the sweater, but I loved this like Kelly green color. I really loved that it was cable knit and the fabric content all combined to sell me on this sweater, even though it was damaged. And I do think this will do fairly well. So we'll see how that does. Next, another one. This is an lamb's wool, Angora rabbit hair, and nylon. I think they're all kind of like the same blend, but this is a gorgeous cherry red cardigan. And it's not a cable knit. It's got more of like a rib knit to it going on. If you can see like a striped knit with these little like faux pearly buttons there. Cute. And this is by Victoria Jones. I don't know this brand. I didn't pick it up for the brand. It does have little shoulder pads too. And if I remember, I don't think there's any major things wrong with this one. So we'll see how that does. Next. This is so fun. And Ryan gave this to me. So thank you, Ryan, if you're watching. I don't think you do, but thank you. This is a really fun, almost like duster length. It's like midi length cardigan sweater. I don't know the brand. It does, thank God, have the size tag and the fabric makeup though. It's a cable knit with like these really fun little details, and there are seed beads scattered throughout, like the placket down here and the sleeves. Kind of gives like an artsy vibe. And I really do like this cape-ish collar. We'll see how that does. Next, this is fun. This is the oldest Banana Republic thing I found in a long time. I would say this is perhaps 80s or 90s Banana Republic. Their Safari line has that tag, and I think that's the era of that tag. This is a really cool men's button-up with a very coquette patchwork Americana style vibe to it. Unfortunately, it's just printed on there. It's not like actual patchwork, but I really do like this print, and it's in fantastic condition. So we shall see how that does. Banana Republic. Oh, I don't know if I actually... Did I show you? If I didn't, there I go. Banana Republic. Next, another vintage sweater. This is a Jason Maxwell sweater. It is acrylic and mohair, and it's a size medium. What I especially love about this, besides the color and the fabric content, is that it has this like rolled fisherman neck style. Whoa, my hair. Right there. And there is the tag if you've never seen it. I did not buy any of these vintage sweaters for the tag, so just know that I bought them for the style and the fabric content. Really cute, excellent condition, knit vintage sweater. Next, this is fun. This is a Tory Sport, size large, like athleisure, activewear. Very much so, it feels like Lululemon tie-dye top with their really nice little... It feels like Lululemon again, like embossed logo there. I'd find a few other pieces from, I would say, this collection that you'll see in a minute, and I would say they're from the same person. Next, These are fun. A pair of redone jeans. I was very surprised to see these. They are a size 26 and they are the 90s high-rise baggy, I think is what they are. They have a zip detail down the entire length of the pants, and they have the nice redone leather tab there. Redone is very hit or miss. They are very expensive retail though, so I obviously was not going to leave those at the bins. Next, this is fun, and I think this will do well on the Depop. This is a vintage, I would say it's Y2K, little baby doll empire silk dress by Ink, I think is the brand. Yeah, Ink, and it's 100% silk. Unfortunately, it's a size 0 petite, but that's okay. Cute little silk, like watercolor mini dress. I love the pink on this, so pretty. I think it will do well on Depop for sure. Next, this might do well on the Depop as well. This is a vintage Theory, yeah, Y2K, I would say, Theory corduroy cargo skirt. And I would say it's not a mini skirt. It's definitely knee length, no matter if you wear it. Yeah, it's knee length. So we'll see if this does well. I think it will do well in Depop. It's a size 2 if I didn't say that already. Okay. Next, another vintage sweater. This one's very fun. When Jack saw this, he was like, oh, that's cool. And I think it's cool too. And it's very interesting when you Google image this. I Google imaged this just to see if there were any exact sweaters like this for sale so I could get exact comps. And there is a Fendi sweater that they call the Fendi puzzle sweater that looks like Fendi saw this sweater and we're like, yep, we're going to use that ish design for our inspiration. It very much so resembles this sweater, so I thought that was interesting. Anyway, this is a Raphael sweater. It is Angora, lamb's wool, and nylon, no surprise, and this is in fantastic condition. I think this will do really well, and being very like 80s, right? I think very 80s vibes. I think all of these sweaters might be from the 80s. This is not from the 80s. I think this is Y2K. This is a cachet sweater. I love the color. There we go. Hello, cachet. It's a size small. I love this faux fur trim to the neckline, and it's almost like a off-the-shoulder vibe. It is a ribbed knit. I don't know if you, yeah. And I really like this like wine Bordeaux color. Size small. Cachet. Cachet cash. This was surprising as well. I think a lot of these things were just passed on immediately because they are more fall or winter pieces, but that's okay. Leave them for me. This is an Emporio Armani blazer. It's like an asymmetrical closure blazer in this really nice navy ink color. It is a size 8 and there is the tag Emporio Armani. Really gorgeous blue like tweed fabric to this, and I really love this buckle detail here on the back. And I do believe Emporio Armani is like a step down from their highest line. I think Armani Collection. No, Armani Privé, Armani Collection. I think Emporio Armani. I think. But I know Armani Privé is their like couture line almost. So I'm not sure where this falls, but I do think it is one of the higher end labels for Armani. I took a chance on this, and I think it was in the clip, me looking at it, and I'm just like, it's so pretty. I have to get it. Now that I'm home with it and have it listed, I maybe should have left it behind, but I don't know. We're just going to have to wait out that right buyer. I think this is a vintage colorways dress. I would guess this is maybe 90s or Y2K. And the color, the beading, and the fabric makeup are what sold me on this dress. This is a silk dress. It's beaded. It's size large. Oh gosh, it's going to fall off the hanger. Now, I will say, I noticed when I arrived home, the straps are hemmed, but I did leave, oh, sorry if I hit the mic. I did leave them that way and list it like that, noting that the straps were hemmed. I really do love, though, the seed bead, kind of like a pointed, I don't know what you would call that. Look at that, though. How long do you think that took to be this whole thing. And I think it would just look so pretty on. It catches the light so pretty, and it's just such a nice pale pink color. Another dress that very much so shocked me. I wish it was like a ball gown or something crazy though. This is a Sherry Hill one shoulder little mini dress. I do believe it's like a size 00 though. Oh no, it's a size 2. Sherry Hill. Here we go. Size 2. Gorgeous. Love this color. Love, love, love. Look how tiny that is. Love this color. And it's got like little bejewelments overall. I do think there are a handful of these little bedazzlements that are missing. Yeah. Like right there, there's one that's missing. But I was not about to leave a Sherry Hill gown dress at the bins. Like I said, I wish it was a gown. We'll see how that does. This is very shocking. I picked this up for the Depop, specifically based on style. Did not care about the brand. Did not assume the brand was anything. Come to find out when I got home to go to list this, comps for this are really high, like over $60 high, which is crazy to me. This is a little, I would say, 90s Y2K vibes lace sheer top. The back is fully sheer lace. I love this like dusty blue color, and there is the brand, and Fina Day, I think is what it says. Hard for me to read that, even though I can read cursive or, you know, like handwriting. So we will see how this brand performs. This is the first time I've ever found this brand, but like I said, this was definitely a style-based pickup. Next, another style-based pickup, but the brand absolutely does not hurt it. However, I do wish one thing, that these were like wide leg. If these were wide leg, I think they would be a small gold mine, but these are a pair of vintage Trip skinny jeans, very cyberpunk mall goth, raver even, all of those things. I love that they do have the straps intact. When I have found these in the past, these straps have been missing because they fully come off. So very fun that they do have both straps intact, and overall these are in fantastic condition. They are Trip, like I said, which I do believe was a brand that they sold at Hot Topic once upon a time. 27.5 is the size, so a size 5, 27, I guess. Trip. Next, another vintage sweater. Now, this one does not have any tags whatsoever, but I found it with all of the other sweaters. So I'm very certain it is a and by the way, it feels a mohair blend, but unbranded. Really cute though, cherry red little sweater vest. Again, similar to the other sweater with the little pearlized buttons there. Really cute and in really great shape. I do think this had a few flaws. Yeah, it looks like it has a few holes that had been sewn together, so they were repaired. I love this color. So we'll see how that performs. Next. Okay, so this shocked me, and I actually tried it on when I got home, but I hate how it looks on me, so I'm not keeping it. But I love this color. Obviously, I feel like that's very obvious. If you're not new here, this color appears in a lot of the things that I have. This is a St. John Santana knit tank top. What? Like, this is very, like, not on brand for them, in my opinion. The color is very out there, I would say, for the St. John pieces I have ever picked up. I do think too, this is maybe perhaps a newer tag. There is the St. John tag. It's a size medium. Like I said, it's a Santana knit little tank top in this gorgeous magenta pink. Next, oh, I think we photographed this together in my last video. This is a style-based pickup for the Depop. This is an asymmetrical, like split flare sleeve, sheer micro floral print top. It is by One Heart. I would say that's a 90s or Y2K brand. I've never picked up this brand before, at least to my knowledge. And like I said, this is definitely a style-based pickup. I think it will do really well on the Depop. Next, another thing I think will do well on the Depop, and we did photograph this together as well. A little, I don't know what I was saying because my phone just stopped recording, but here we go. This is a coquette floral little tie front vest. This is by Nectar Clothing. I'm not sure on this brand, but I do think it's more a sustainable piece than a fast fashion. So, to be determined on how this does. I think it will do well on Depop though. Next, a new to me brand. This is an Innovera denim dress. There's the tag and the brand. It is a size small and it's a strapless. I think they call this the, I don't know the name of it. They gave it like a actual name, but the deconstructed lace dress. So it does have a few lace cutouts trimming the bottom hemline. Really cute little denim mini dress. And I already had a question about this on Depop, so perhaps it will perform well on Depop. Next, I should have put these closer to the other Tory thing, but that's okay. I found a matching little set, but I didn't find them at the same time. I found one of them first, had realized it was Tory Burch, and then while I was digging, noticed a very similar pattern, and I grabbed for it, and I was like, no way, this is the same thing. So then the hunt was on for Tory Burch, but this is a Tory Burch sport hoodie and the matching little t-shirt. The t-shirt and the hoodie are very similar, so I'm just going to show you one. I do believe they're the same size as well. Ooh. Okay, this one has the better tag, so I will show you that. Tory Burch, right there, or Tory Sport, I'm sorry, let's read. Tory Sport, I think this is a size medium. Yeah, size medium. Really cute little like diagonal tie-dye hoodie. And there is the embroidered logo. The t-shirt is exactly the same, has a little embroidered logo down there at the bottom. To my knowledge, I don't think I've ever found Tory Sport. So it'll be interesting to see how that performs in comparison to regular Tory Burch, like main line. Next, another one of the Ralph Lauren turtlenecks, except this one is a tan, like latte colorway. I think it's a size large as well. Yeah, I think all of them are size large. Does have the exact same little metal logo down there at the bottom. Very minimalist, closet basic. Great for fall and winter. Another brand that has a very high resale, but the resale is hit or miss. This is a Lafleur top. It's a size small, and it's this really gorgeous, like, crosshatch print. A navy colorway with white detail. Flared out, I don't know, maybe oversized top that's sleeveless. Really nice for, you know, office wear or whatever. Lafleur is the brand. I think it's the last Tory thing I found. So I would say all 5 of those Tory Burch things came from the same person. This one has a different tag though. Tory Sport. Why is that so hard for me to say? Tory Sport. And the tag, size large. The tag, it's a size large. This one though has a logo down each of the sleeves, which is really nice. I'm kind of tempted to keep this one over the other ones, but I just don't need it. And sometimes I prefer a sweater that has like a zip so I don't have to pull it off over my head. Anyway, the last Tory Burch thing, I don't think this has a logo because it's just on the logo is just on the sleeves there. Okay, next, I think you saw this one in my vlog as well. This is a Polo Country by Ralph Lauren white t-shirt. I don't know why this got left behind. Perhaps nobody even took the time to look at the tag, or because it's just a white t-shirt, and who knows, probably just a white random, you know, work t-shirt in the bin. But this is a really nice Polo Country by Ralph Lauren custom fit men's graphic t-shirt. I will say though, it's a size extra large tall. So like it's longer than the dress I have on right now. But there's definitely people that need size extra large tall. Country Polo Ralph Lauren. Really nice. Little graphic tee. And for being white, it's in really great shape, especially for living through the bins. Next, this is so fun. I do believe this is vintage. I think the brand is Mahari, and it's made in Italy. This is a sheer checkered, like velvet burnout top with a little pussy bow tie at the neckline. So cute. And there is the tag. I don't know anything else about this brand, and I did pick this up mostly based on style. I do think it's a size 44, which is an Italian size, I would assume. I have no idea where this is going to do the best, and I'll be interested to see which platform it sells on. I think the velvet burnout like checker pattern is just super cool. And I really like this necktie. So we'll see how that does. Next is the very first thing I picked up at the bins on this trip, and I was shocked, to be honest with you, very shocked, because I was under the impression I was digging in a bin that was old and left over from the day before, and everyone else was digging on a row that was new and brought out fresh from that morning. This is a pair of men's Arc'teryx pants. I think they're slightly vintage. They're not like collectible vintage old, but they are slightly vintage. They are a really gorgeous chocolate brown, have a really nice embroidered logo there, and I think they're a size 34. Yeah, 34. There's the Arc'teryx tab. I think it's slightly vintage, like I said, and there is the rest of the tags. Really nice pair of men's Glorp Core, Camp Core, activewear, hiking pants. Arc'teryx. Next, this is so fun. I have no idea what this is, but I grabbed it because it was a silk scarf, because it looks like it's in fantastic condition, and I like the pattern or the graphic. Can you see that? It's like a lady with really big eyes, I think. And then a bird in a cage and a flower, and this lady's smoking a cigarette on one of those really long sticks that they used to use like back in the day. I think that's like 50s or 60s era. I think the back is just, you know, the reverse image, but I do think this is silk. I don't see any names or markings or anything on this, so if you have any ideas to what this is, please share with the class. But I do think this will do pretty well, and I guess it would do well on eBay if I was a betting girl. Put this back on here. Next. Okay. I was finding so much stuff. It was almost overwhelming in a good way though, and I almost left this behind, and something was like, Megan, Google it. And I Googled it. I have found this brand before, but I didn't recall having too much terrible luck with it, but this is just such a different style from all of this brand that I've ever found. This gives very much so like club wear, like young, hip, vintage dress. This is a Lily Rubin dress. It's a size medium. It's a strapless bodycon dress. It does have a few pulls to the fabric, but they're very minor, I would say. Strapless bodycon dress with all of these little gold embellishments on it. So kind of like this vibes, I would say. Really cute. So we'll see how that does. Vintage Lily Rubin. Another vintage dress. This is so cool. I love this dress. I love it. I wish it had the waist tie, but that's okay. I do think this has a brand. Bari J. So let's just show you the brand before I forget. Bari J. It is a size 7-8, so technically a junior size. The back of the dress is what sold me, and you're already looking at it. Hello, look at these. It's like a high neckline on the front, very plain, but then you switch it to the back, and it's got these like very exaggerated pointy, I would call them lapels, but I don't know if that's what you call them when they're on your back. I love that detail. I think that just adds so much interest to this dress. I love that the lapels too match this like satiny material from the skirt. I think this is so pretty, and it's in fantastic condition. So those are all reasons why I purchased this dress. I don't know the era. I would guess at least 90s, I would guess. So we'll see how this does. And again, I would be very interested to see which platform this performs on. I just love that. I think that's so interesting, especially if you had like a really fun updo or something, or really like dramatic earrings. Cute. This is fun. This is so nice. I think this is going to do so well. This is a vintage SSG by Catherine Lover wool. It's 100% wool sweater coat, I would say. It's a size medium, and look at that. Look at all of these embroideries. So beautiful. And the back has so nice. I think this is going to do so well. It does have some damage to the cuff of the sleeve there. Just the trim has you know, come undone. And I do think it had a small stain. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. But I think this is really cute, and I think it's going to do really, really well. I've never heard of this brand. Let me show you the tag in case I didn't do that. SSG by Catherine Lover. So we'll see. Gives very Free People vibes to me. Like, you could rip these tags off and stick a Free People tag on there and ask $600 for it at Free People. Next is a pair, I can't, Alexander McQueen pants, or capris. Now, when I found these, I was like, yes, I just found a small gold mine. I will say, perhaps the fact that capris are in right now will definitely help these two sell for a little bit more, but these are not like hundreds and hundreds of dollars, which is very sad because McQueen can be a very expensive brand, but there is the McQueen tag, Alexander McQueen. They're a size 42. They are a dress wear pant, and I don't think it's really coming up on camera, but they kind of have this like liquidy spill looking pattern all over them, and I'm 100% sure that's the way the fabric, yeah, like I can see it like that. Maybe if I don't know if you can see it. They have a very interesting texture to them that's kind of hard to see. It's very like incognito. So hopefully it's coming up on camera. Anyway, these lived through the regular store for $9.99. I would have purchased them for $9.99 at the regular thrift store. Just a very classic pair of sleek, they look like, yeah, no back pocket, capri length workwear pants. So I need to get these listed as soon as possible while capris are still having their moment. Alexander McQueen. Next, this is really cute. I picked this up based on style. I have no idea about this brand. Novitex. I think that's what that says. Paris, made in France. This, I would say, is a 70s button-up. I love the micro houndstooth print and the very pointed, very 70s collar. This feels more like a flannel shirt than a dress shirt, so that's how I'm going to market it, I do think. And I really like the brown and orange colorway on this. There is the tag one more time. Cute. Oh, I was wrong. I do have one of the black turtlenecks up here. Ralph Lauren, again, size large, black ribbed knit turtleneck, very classic, minimalist, fall, winter. Okay, and last, but certainly not least, this gorgeous, very much so bridal slip dress. I saw, what was it? Ow. It was a Free People ad. I think it was an ad for a jacket. And the dress, I wish I had screenshot it, but I didn't have this at that point in time. The dress the model was wearing very much so looked like this. So I think if you put a slip under this, you could wear this as a dress in and of itself. I will say there is a flaw. I don't know if you can see right there, the little sheer trim has come unattached in about that long, like, so 6 inches of it is unattached from the bottom of the dress, but it's still intact, so someone just needs to reattach it. I love how dainty the details are on this lace, though. Very like girly, very coquette, very soft girl. I think this does have a brand. Oh, it does. Rhythm Lingerie Nylon, size 36. Let me actually show you that tag. But look at the sleeves. Hello? I think that's so pretty. Anyway, what I was saying about Free People, I don't think I finished my sentence. Oh, wait, I think I did. She was wearing a dress that looked just like this, so I think this could be either a slip dress or a dress worn with a slip under it. There is the tag, Rhythm Lingerie. Really cute. Okay. So I don't know how long we've been recording because my phone cut off and I had to start recording again, but I feel like it's been a million years. So I will let you go. Like I said, I do have so much more stuff from this haul, but I thought these were the most interesting pieces, the ones that I got most excited about anyway. So if you want to let me know in the comments below which item I thrifted is your favorite, that would be awesome. And I guess I will let you go, friends. If you took the time to watch this video and you spent your social media currency with me today, I so appreciate you. And if you wouldn't mind just hitting like on your way out, that would be awesome. I'll see you next time, friends. Bye.